Good evening, and welcome to Side21 and tonight's episode of The Black Hand of Fate. This is your first time joining us on this series. Our player characters are bad guys. This is a little bit of an evil mini-series. So on that note, let's go ahead and introduce all of our players for this series.
My name is Jason. I'm playing Shetic, your Fey-touched wizard necromancer.
Hi, I'm Aaron Hammontre, and I'm playing Bojack Horse Puncher, a dwarf barbarian.
I'm Brayden. I'm playing Damian Grimbane, the damn pure fighter.
I'm Jaco, and I'm playing Timber 2, that's a backseat ranger turned rogue.
I'm Hunter Douglas, and I'm playing Elliot Crowe, the reborn warlock.
If you don't get a chance to catch us live, you can always check out our VODs on YouTube, and I think we're about 20 followers away on Twitch. And as soon as we reach affiliate, we'll have our VODs posted on there as well. We did start a community Discord server for Side21, so make sure to check that out. Otherwise, we are on all social media as well, so drop us a follow, leave us a comment on Instagram, TikTok, or Blue Sky. Let us know what you liked. Let us know what you want to see more of. And on that note, that concludes our announcements. We're going to jump into tonight's episode of The Black Hand of Fate. All right, where last we left off on the Black Hand of Fate, our party managed through some trial and error, some sorting of mini desks to eventually acquire the Netherese blue diamond from the Museum of Antiquity, worth approximately 10,000 gold pieces, matching the stone they would need to cast the gate scroll they were provided. After accomplishing this, it was discovered that one Bojack Horse Puncher was afflicted by a curse from the Mummy Lord, and was in a bad way. After exiting the Museum of Antiquity and making your way into the Sanctum Spire, Elliot Crowe's extra-dimensional space that you have been resting and occupying. You guys spent some time there, talked about some things, did some preliminary research, woke up the following morning to find Bojack coughing blood, drenched in sweat, and shaking on the floor at the bottom floor of the Sanctum Spire. Realizing that him being cured was an imminent need, and proceeded to open the door back into a alleyway that sat between the Sapphire Ward and the Market District that had become kind of full of barrels and things. In an effort to procure the Scroll of Greater Restoration, or the Remove Curse spell that you had researched that you would need the following evening, you made your way into the Market District and split up. Timber made his way to see a tabaxi woman about a bow. Elliot spoke with a high elf named Galasar about a Scroll of Greater Restoration, and Damian went off to see a man about an amulet. With varying degrees of success in these tasks, Timber left empty-handed. Damian received an amulet, and eventually, through some cunning with a city guard who started to take notice, and unfortunately a higher price, Damian was able to secure the Scroll of Greater Restoration. Once you guys got that, you realized none of you were able to cast it, and set off towards a temple that you had previously been to in the Moon Garden. There was some racing done. There was some invisibility cast. You were it was alluded to you by the guards that traveling in groups was not something that would be advisable at the current state of things in High Moon. It seems that since the museum robbery and possibly an expanded effect from the damage done to the tavern in the slums, the city is on somewhat of high alert. However, you guys make your way to the temple, are able to have a cleric cast Greater Restoration on Bojack, healing him from his curse. After this, you went back to the Sanctum Spire for the evening, planning to conspire and possibly find out a little bit more about what's going on with Elliot Crowe. When you made your way back to the Spire, you made your way to the library, and Shetic Bonecaller found a anatomical, medical kind of description of what spiders are. And when it was shown to Elliot, he took full damage and wisdom damage and fell to the floor convulsing as Damian drug him away, shouting, "What did you do to him?" to Shetic. We find ourselves Elliot Crowe kind of shaking in the arms of Damian as he's pulling him away from Shetic in this book. What would you like to do?
So I'm pulling him away back to kind of where I was sitting before, and I'm just screaming at Shetic, "What the fuck did you do? The fuck is going on here?"
It seems our friend is extremely allergic to spiders. Like, all I did was show him, here, look, and I hold the book up and show him, like, literally, we're just on the page for spiders.
Elliot, make a death saving throw, please.
I have advantage.
Good.
Someone needs to get his ass up. Start to fixing him.
Is there a button
Forgot
for death
to see a
saving throws, or
potion.
you just roll a d20? D20, right?
You can just roll a d20. I think there is one in D&D Beyond.
16.
That's a success.
I start waving around a potion of healing. I'm like pulling out of the back pocket, like, "Here, one of you fuckers, give it to him already."
I'm a like motion towards Bojack to like bring it over to me, and then just go back to yelling at Shetic. "Well, if that's the fucking problem, get it away. The fuck would you point it over here for? What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah, and I'll come over and hand the potion during this time.
It's a book, and I just close it. Was I supposed to know he was allergic to seeing spiders?
As the book comes to a close, you guys see Elliot's tremors kind of start to lessen.
I'm gonna take the potion and start trying to like pour it down his mouth.
Okay, is that common?
Yeah, it's just a common.
2d4 plus 2?
Yep.
Can I try to pick his pockets while he's convulsing?
You absolutely can.
Sweet.
I'm shaking though, so is it disadvantage?
I think that's fair.
I'm walking up super concerned, like a concerned friend, and I'm like, "Oh no, what oh no." And I'm patting him down.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
I need that bow, man.
Hi, Timber, you're a good man. Thank you for your assistance.
Oh, 23.
All right. That was with disadvantage?
Oh no.
What?
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20. Bojack and Damian make a perception check.
Okay.
Not I got
17.
I got an 11.
Elliot, what does he get?
Well, what is he going for? Are you just reaching for something?
Yeah, he just like reached into your did you reach into his pockets, like of his pants, or what are you doing?
Yeah,
What's
well,
up?
I'm really looking for gold so that I can buy this bow. So that's my main focus, but at this point, anything I can get. So
Well, shit, I don't want to decide.
Dirty 20. Bro.
Is it a thing or is it gold?
I mean, he said he's looking for gold. How much gold do you have on you?
117.
And is that all in one pouch?
Yeah.
Sorry, what, are you trying to reach into the pouch, or are you trying to swipe this whole pouch?
I'm trying to swipe the whole pouch.
Ooh, God.
I think in this moment you are able to do that.
All right, sweet.
However,
Minus
you get the
117 gold.
you do get the 2d2 plus 4 healing and stabilize with that.
To be fair, there's no honor among thieves. We're
This
not
is
good
true.
dudes.
This is true.
2d. Okay. Okay. 2d4 plus 2. Six, 8. 8. Oh,
Well, anything
Right.
that keeps you conscious.
I'll look up to everybody, like kind of like panicked.
Oh, Elliot, I'm so happy.
Yeah, what in the hell happened?
I've still got him kind of like in one arm, like his head kind of elevated, and still like the potion bottle in the other hand, like just.
And I'll
kinda-
say, Elliot, you don't know what just happened.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get up really fast, and whoever's right in front of me, I'm Eldritch blasting.
Oh
Sweet.
fuck!
Sweet.
So if it's Timber, I'm doing it.
It's gonna be Damian.
Damien,
Yeah, I
All
was
right,
right
well,
there
yeah.
holding you.
2 Eldritch
Sweet.
blasts coming at you.
All right,
Sorry.
let's get it. No, you're good. Let's get it.
That is a 24 to
It
hit
hits,
and a
Sick.
natural 1.
misses.
All right, so that first one is gonna be 18 force damage,
Okay.
and I'm gonna like get all the way up and take a couple of steps back, just like with my hands out, heavy breathing.
Daddy, watch the damnable trigger fingers.
What did you do? I look at Shetic. What did
Don't
you do?
look at Shetic. Shetic's a bitch. Damian and I.
What the fuck?
Well, fuck you too, I guess.
You had the death book, okay? Don't wave around the death book.
Everybody make a religion check for me, besides Elliot.
23.
A 7.
17.
Shetic, and I would say Damian to a lesser degree. Based on what is happening here, and now that you kind of have solidified that this has something to do with spiders, the name Loth kind of comes to both of your minds. Especially considering Elliot's complexion. He definitely, he looks drow. Loth, Shetic, you know.
Sorry.
What?
Is that with a TH at the end? Lol.
Yeah, Lolth. Shetic, you would know that Loth is the most influential goddess amongst drow. You would also know that she is known as the Queen of Spiders.
Timber's just like backing out the room slowly, inconspicuously.
Damian is gonna kind of like recover. I'm gonna use a actually no, I've already used them. I can't. I'm just gonna kind of steady myself, and I'm gonna retract my claws and fangs and stand up, looking at Elliot. as, You need to calm down. There's been a lot going on, and I admit I freaked the fuck out on Shetic as well. But we have a much larger mission at hand. And we healed you. Just take a beat.
Just heavy breathing. Look down at my shadow. Is it doing anything in particular?
It's still shaking.
like in a prone kind of position.
I mean, you know, you're casting it on the ground, and it's like when your eyes like kind of lose focus and you get that like you know like eye shake. That's kind of what it looks like when you look down at it. Cool.
That was kind of a dope explanation.
Yeah, Elliot's just kind of like collecting himself for a second, looking around, kind of looking down.
What do I know about Loth? Just that she's like a drow goddess. Do I know anything further about drow or?
You rolled a 23 on your religion.
Correct.
I think that you would know. I mean, what is it exactly you're looking for here?
I'm just trying to see if I can connect any dots between like her being the queen of spiders and like why does that mean that Elliot just can't like anytime a spider is mentioned. I guess I don't really know that he's like blocking it out and doesn't hear it. I mean, I guess I would by now because you said a few times you don't know what we were saying. So I'm just trying to connect like why would the goddess like the queen of spiders be blocking this term and like so much so to where like it's killing our friend.
Has Elliot I mean, I'll ask you, I mean, how much have you spoken to Shetic about where you're, you know what I mean? Like the connection is dependent on you two, I would say, and you learning more about what's going on with him possibly, or yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
sure what to trust right now. Do not follow me. And I'm gonna go out of the library and go upstairs.
Okay. Anything else you're doing? What are you doing when you get upstairs?
I'm just gonna go into my room and close the door, lock it, look around a couple extra times just to make sure there's not a cat in my room. And,
Seems empty.
go just sit down and look at my reflection.
Make an insight check.
$15.
The 15, as you
Above average.
stand there in your room and you're looking at your you have, I'm assuming, like a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking at your reflection. You, first of all, can see in the reflection of this mirror webbing and small insect-like looking creatures crawling on this webbing behind you in the corner and walls of your rooms, or of your room here. And you, when you see that creature, and the name is not there for you, but you feel an indescribable connection.
The plot thickens.
Oh god.
I'm gonna turn around slowly and look up at the wall.
You don't see it.
I'm tripping.
Look back at the reflection.
It's there.
Are they like moving in any particular pattern or towards anything, or is it just like the webbing?
There's many. Some of them seem stationary. Some of them seem to be working on the web. Others are just moving from maybe one spot to another, shifting and slightly. They don't seem to be. They seem to be very comfortable in their space here.
Does it hurt me to see them at all?
No.
I'm just gonna like looking at the reflection, looking at them, just like slowly like position my hand behind me and fire 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Savage.
Okay. I would say, yeah, I mean, they go into the wall in the corner, and as you look in the reflection in the mirror, you can see that, like, the webbing is, like, burned away from that area.
Mirrors, how do they even work?
Yeah, and this is like basically like a stand-up, like full-size, like mirror that's just like sitting maybe like 5 feet, 10 feet maybe in front of the chair that's in the middle of the room.
Okay.
About what time is it? Don't feel good.
It's nighttime.
Yeah, it's about time for bed.
You guys basically came straight from the temple, kind of, and you found a little alleyway in the northeastern corner of High Moon, and like not even an alleyway, like a little side area that's pretty unused, and that's where you went. Yeah, it was getting on towards evening, and I would say now, after all that's happened, yeah, it's probably 9 p.m.
I want to try something. I want to try to use a packed slot to cast Identify while I'm looking at the spiders.
Ooh.
Wait. No, I have to touch it. I'm gonna walk up towards the wall. And
Okay.
put my hand up there and try to I like kind of put my hand up a little bit and then hesitate, and I look down at my shadow. He's just kind of copying me exactly. Death book.
I would say that while you're looking here now at your shadow, it's hard to get a lot, but your shadow is a little more expressive than others. It seems to be looking away from what you're doing and like looking straight down.
Mm.
I'm gonna put my hand up towards the wall and see if I like swipe, kind of slowly swipe. Do I feel any webbing or any creatures? And the
Make an
moment I do,
investigation
if
check.
I do, I want to cast Identify. If I feel anything. 10.
With a 10, you don't feel them.
Mhm.
You see in the mirror that they're there, but when you reach out, that just feels like the wall to you.
Shit.
That went in my notes as Elliot's shadow is whack.
I'm gonna go back and sit down and look at myself in the mirror. Close my eyes. And I'm going to cast Contact Patron.
Oh shit.
Takes about a minute. While it's happening, I'm just kind of eyes closed, like purple, just like energy humming at my fingertips and my around like the outline of my shadow, and just kind of like muttering Undercommon.
Mhm.
It's called Contact Patron.
It's called Contact Other Plane, but mine's like different. I can like send you exactly what it says.
I can look at your sheet.
Oh yeah. It's like the spell is Contact Other Plane, but like it has like a sub thing that says Contact Patron. I guess it's for like
Okay.
specifically.
That's cool. Didn't have that in the old edition.
You mentally contact a demigod, the spirit of a long dead sage, or some other entity on another plane. Can break your mind, but I automatically save that part. And ask up to 5 questions. I must ask before they end. You answer each one with yes, no, maybe, never, irrelevant, unclear, or if they don't know, you can use a short phrase, and that's about it.
I think emojis are in that too.
Yeah, emojis. Yeah. Just like skull and crossbones.
What about shorthand, like raffle?
Raffle.
What if he tells you raffle? Is that bad or good?
Yeah, so I cast this and just kind of wait for any kind of sign that like the spell is going through, because this is something that like I don't really know that I can do, but I'm reaching out for the first time to try it out, you know?
Nice.
As you cast this spell, your eyes are closed, sitting there. Your mind, you have somewhat of an out-of-body experience, and you feel the visage, the spirit of Elliot Crowe is kind of. You feel like you're being sucked down this like narrow, almost warp speed looking black tunnel, and it's got like streaks of white in it, and you kind of like get just glimpses of bones that are kind of like making up the exterior of this space that you're flying in, and all at once it just stops, and it's completely black, and you hear the sounds of bones rattling against each other, and then you can feel the power of your patron in this space.
Lord of Bones. Does this creature that haunts me so, should I be worried about it in our current objective?
The sound of the rattling bones intensifies into a discordant sound of, and you get the sensation as you hear the rattling bones, and varying keys, and just off-putting, and you get the sense that no is the response.
Is this creature one that made me what I am today?
The sound of bones rattling comes back from that chaotic kind of off-putting sound, and it becomes less linear. You hear like a shake over here, a shake over there, like a longer deep one, a lighter short sound, and eventually they just kind of coagulate together, and you can't discern any yes or no from it.
I don't know why I can't see it. Are they hiding from me? Are they intentionally hiding from me?
The sound becomes still, and it It reminds you of like the sound of falling rain, and it soothes you. And this feels like an affirmative response.
Is this a clue to what ended my first life?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck me.
Aren't you almost dead?
Yes.
22.
Nice.
With a 22, the sound of the bones shifts into that frantic, chaotic rattling, and it's almost overwhelming your mind. The sound becomes so dense and heavy inside of your head, and you are ejected from this space, and your eyes open. You're sitting in your room in front of the mirror.
Fuck.
But with a 22, you don't take any damage.
Hey, it sounds like it sucks to suck.
Bro, Elliot's story is wild. What is even happening here?
God, that's great.
I'm just gonna listen out and see if I can hear anybody upstairs right now, just from my room.
So while all this is going on,
Let's jump back to the rest of you guys. Go ahead, Damian.
I'm going to go back over, kind of open up the book that I had on Drowse that I had originally pulled from his untouched section, so to speak. Skim through it, and because I didn't make as much of a connection as Shetic did, but I at least got the connection of the name Lolth. So I want to kind of skim through the book for that.
And I will say, like, for those of you that do have some history or religion knowledge, this isn't like a super crazy connection to make. Lolth is, you know, the prime deity essentially for Drow, and her symbol is a spider. So, you are investigating the book on Drow, looking for anything specific?
Just anything about Lolth in general, because Damian is not he doesn't have a lot of love for the gods, so he wouldn't know that much offhand, but he recognized the name at the very least, so he's gonna try and look through the books on Drow to see what information about Lolth he can learn.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Okay. 19.
Nice.
With a 19, yeah, you find a section titled Menzo Baranzan, I'm sorry. And I'm going to drop the spelling of that in our Discord chat.
Okay.
Oh, all one word.
All one
I
word.
would have got that so wrong.
Yeah, me too.
You see it referred to in this text as the City of Spiders. You see that it's a city located in the North Dark, which is part of the Underdark realm here in Faerun. You also see that it was the primary location for the worship of the goddess Lolth, as well as a city that she worked through. Like, she made the efforts of her will were often enacted through activities from the population of the city. And yeah, it goes on to say she is, known as the Queen of Spiders, also known as the Queen of the Demon Web Pits. Most influential goddess to the Drow. You see that, she had many worshippers throughout the city. There was a order of clerics that worked under her in the city. And you also see that there was something called an order of soul spiders that existed in this city, who worked to enact the more violent of Wolf's desires. That's about all you get.
Okay. With that, I'm gonna just take that book with me up towards my room, and on the way out of the library, I'm gonna turn to Bojack and, if you have a minute, young one, small one, I would much enjoy speaking with you. And then just turn and go upstairs towards the room that I stayed in.
As you walk a little, out the library and to the hallway and grab onto one of the vines and pull that. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm looking back at Timber and I'm like, how the hell did they do that?
Oh yeah, he didn't see it.
I was dead for the previous explanation.
No, you were fine.
Yeah.
And then I would like to also point a little stubby finger at Shetic and go, also, books are threes and threes kill. Watch where your damn death books go.
It's an encyclopedia, but I could see how you'd be scared of it.
An encyclo, what's it? I'd never heard of it.
I'm searching for two things in this library right now. I want to find a book specifically for like lesser deities, to do a little bit more research into Lolth and her potential motivation for wanting like servants walking the material plane.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also want to see if he has any books on I don't know, like the undead, because I know he said that he's not scared of death. Like clearly he's not. At least to me it seems obvious that he's not. Like, this isn't his first go around in this body, or at least that's what it seems like.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Oh no, that's a nat one. Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh, bad.
You scour the library and are not able to find any texts that are heavily like talking about either of those topics.
Turns out you're just looking at a wall.
It's a really convincing painting of a library.
It's the bookshelf wallpaper. I get it. I'll change it.
I mean, with that, I'm resigned to myself. If I couldn't find anything I needed, I'm going upstairs. I'm gonna go reach for the root that's gonna grab my arm.
Timber.
Timber headed immediately back to his room so that he can sit there and count all this gold that he just got. Feeling all excited about it, but then he's sitting on his bed counting this gold, and then he hears this low rumble of a voice saying, "You play too much, my son." And Timber says, "Don't worry, I know my objective and I know what I'm doing. I'm just having a little fun with these idiots." And then you hear this low rumble again. It says, "It looks like you'll need more help than I thought. We need Bane's assistance. Get it together." And then Timber puts the gold away and, kind of sulking, just goes to bed.
Awesome.
Shit.
Bojack.
Well, I know Damian invited me to his room, but I need to spend a wee bit of time cleaning myself up, so I don't look like I'm covered in vomit and blood. And then I I look to one of the. Can I see like one of the floating specters thingies?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah, I just point to one and I go, "Where the hell's your head?" And I mean like the bathroom, but I ask straight up, like, "Where's your head?" And I wait for a response from it.
It's just like the orb that is its head just kind of glows a little bit brighter.
Not that one, you daft bastard. The other head.
Whoop.
I assume at that point it might point to like a bathroom or something.
Yeah, it'll kind of just like kind of go from the side of the room that it's on and just like kind of like float through you, and then towards like the back of like the crafting and library, and then there's like a little archway that has like a small like bathhouse area.
So yeah, everybody's just listening to this short dwarf shout at non-responsive objects for like 20 minutes as he cleans himself up. You blasted bloodstains, can't get a fucking thing out of him. And after this grumble, he goes and like stares up at one of the vines, tries to figure out what the fuck I do there.
Make a history check.
Now, how did these blasted things work? I got a 14.
With a 14, that's good enough for sure. You saw them kind of just now, like head out, like you're able to peek around the corner, and you saw them just kind of grab one of the vines and be pulled into the ceiling of dirt.
So then, yep, I'll mimic that. Grab a vine, hit these damn plant things.
And it kind of like wraps around your arm a little bit and slowly pulls you through this terrain-like substance that is the floor here in the Sanctum Spire between the bottom and the next floor.
Oh my, these stronger than they look. I'll keep that in mind.
You're pulled up into a space and you can see like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like a open space and there's doors kind of on either side of you.
Yes.
And you see the
5 doors.
one at least that's open with nobody in it.
So, me being the dwarf that I am, I first have to. I need to take a look at your masonry. How well was this dug out of the ground? Now, come on. Obviously, you're some pansy elf. Who knows what underground techniques? So I do a little looking around as I like walk my way toward the door.
I mean, I think it looks pretty rough. It's definitely, I mean, not. It doesn't look like it was like handcrafted. It looks more like a combination of like masonry and terrain.
See, here's your problem. You don't have any of that craftsmanship. Look, you gotta chisel this and smash that. And like muttering to myself.
Damian, as you are in your room, you do hear the sound of Bojack criticizing the masonry and craftsmanship of the Sanctum Spire just outside your door.
I will go over and open my door and just kind of peek my head out, see where he is.
There you are. I was just about to call for ye. What did you need?
Please enter. There's no need for waking everyone at this time. Let them get their rest.
I'm still exhausted, but I'm so much more livelier than I was, 15 minutes ago before the spell was cast on me. So I'm just like, I'm still looking a little tired, but the chest is puffed, and I'm like, aye, well, thank you for your kindness, and I'll enter.
I'll close the door behind him. I'll walk over and I will pour a glass of the whiskey and hand it over to Bojack, and then just take a swig straight out of the bottle for myself.
My eyes like sparkle, and I'm like, a drinking buddy, and I like cheers and down it.
I apologize for calling you in at this time after you've been through what you've been through. However, correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem like quite the ferocious and stout, small being.
Well, when you're my size and everything's bigger than you, everything wants a piece of you. You gotta be ready for a fight at any time.
You see, I have this problem, and it quite irritates me. I'm much older than you may realize, and I have quite the history. And I am, unfortunately and regrettably, much weaker than I was at one point in time. And it, honest to God, pains me to ask for help like this. However, you are ferocious, and I respect you for that. And I was hoping you could teach me some of that same anger and ferocity in the next coming days or so, however long we're together.
Well, I'm not a shower, I'm a doer, but the tip, he like stutters for a second, he tries to like think of the right word, and he goes, teacher, I guess it's not the same, doesn't mean the same in common, but he told me to take all my problems and make them somebody else's. And that's how I got to be his right-hand man, is I took my fist and I made it someone else's problem.
I quite like that, actually.
You can tell, like, since I'm not feeling good, I'm actually like rosy cheeked from that shot. It's working, which is rare for dwarves and alcohol.
I pour him another drink.
I'll take it and I'll down it too, and then I want to like smile, but it's like there's a tooth missing, and I'm like still blood got all over, like my teeth are covered in blood from my own vomit or from earlier, and I'm just like, see, that's the game plan goal. You just have to keep pushing, and then you push so much that they break.
Well, I'm used to my victims, so to speak, breaking on me. So I don't think that should be much of a problem, but I'll follow your lead, and I appreciate your time. And I'll pour him another drink, down the rest of the bottle that I have, which I'd assume at this point I've been drinking out of it. I've poured him some drinks. I don't have much left, so I'll just down the rest of it and wait for him to kind of finish his up and show him out. And
Is this your personal stash, or is it the alcohol that's in the room?
this is the one that I took from the bar.
Okay.
The expensive one.
So I'll finish my glass and give you a thump and just go, Bojack hates being in debt, and you've done me a kindness I shan't soon see again, so call on me if you need any muscle. And I'll stumble out and head to my room.
I'll close the door and I'll go over and sit on the bed, and I want to kind of examine the amulet I got, or the pendant thing that I got before bed, and that'll be it.
Yeah, and you're able to identify it after, spending some time with it, so you know what that does now. Anybody else like to do anything before we end the day?
Yeah, one last thing for me, because I shan't be made a fool of in combat again, that damn saga rags. I get to my room, obviously this is not in good condition because it's a barbarian's, but there's like a stone mill for sharpening a blade.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just, you hear this tink, tink, as like I'm sharpening a blade, and there's an obvious like fault in the stone that's catching on the blade every time. And I just sharpen my great axe, and then we'll call it a night.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm just setting an alarm at my door.
Smart. I'm gonna take my trance 4 hours time to just kind of contemplate on my past, as per usual.
Make a insight check.
Ooh, insight this time.
Banana.
13.
Nice.
This is kind of an extension of the day that you've had. And even with a 13, you are just really uncertain right now. You don't know what to believe. You don't know what this is, but you know that you feel that still that when you laid eyes on that spider in the mirror, this was the first time you had ever seen a spider in your life, in your new reanimated state. And that image is like seared into your brain now. And the connection you feel with it is like palpable. Like it is shaking what you know about who you are to such a fundamental level that it's casting doubt in your mind on the intentions of your patron. Because of how the attachment you feeling to that side of that spider is so much stronger than anything that you've ever felt from Merkel.
All right.
Anybody else?
Sleeping.
All right. You guys can all take the benefits of a long rest.
Yay.
Yay.
Holy crap.
And with that, I believe, Bojack, you should be back to form.
Yeah, will my HP drop go back? My permanent HP drop go back? Or am I still off that down 20?
I would say the 20 you lost is gonna stick with you, unfortunately. But you are no longer exhausted.
Because long rest does weird shit, so I want to make sure.
Yeah, just go ahead and modify now your standard max HP. And the following morning, you all arise in your chambers here in floor 2 of the Sanctum Spire, with the Netherese diamond in hand, a cured dwarf, and a drow with a identity crisis. So you guys wake up following your long rest on floor 2 of the Sanctum Spire. Everybody is, as far as their stat sheet is concerned, in 100% shape here. What would you like to do?
Nice, so this is what I was missing on the floor yesterday. Way nicer than downstairs.
Do you even remember being downstairs?
Nay,
Well, then how do you know?
how the hell do I get back downstairs?
It's really complicated. I'm gonna have to show you. Can I pick you up?
No.
All right, stand right here, and I'm gonna set him kind of close to the spot where he needs to be, and then I want to go and try and kick him into the spot.
Nice.
All right, so you said over here.
Mhm.
Look at the shoddy masonry again. All right, what am I doing? Ooh.
Stand there, and I'm backing up. It's right there. Don't move. And I'm gonna run up and kick him.
Okay. Unarmed strike.
Nice.
Y'all remember when the wizard kicked the barbarian?
That's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Sheesh.
I mean, it hits.
I want to roll full damage.
Okay.
It's
0.
0.
That's 0?
So you kick him, but it doesn't really do anything. He just kind of like, what the
Hey, what was that? You playing Rochambeau? Is it my turn?
No, we're not playing Rochambeau.
I called you a bitch for a reason yesterday. I knew it.
Apparently, my uncle's right.
Oh,
All right. Well, if you won't tell me, I'll just walk around in circles till I figure it out, I guess.
I'm just
About
selfish,
this time, the rest of the people are probably emerging from their rooms to see Shetic and Bojack standing near the center.
I'm gonna walk out of my room and just walk straight towards the center where the little stone ring is and just go down. Not make eye contact with anybody, just go straight down.
Okay.
What in the fuck? Is it that easy?
Mm-hmm. Go, just do it.
Okay. And I'll try to go down.
I follow suit. I go down as well.
I imagine because
Nice.
I'm like 240 pounds. There's just a thunk as they fall through the floor.
I want to kind of like shoulder check Shetic from behind as I walk past him and then go down.
Hey, yo.
What?
See if I ever give you any more blood.
Yeah, for real.
All right.
Just waiting for everybody to come down. Get the day started.
Yeah. I just walk up and be like, all right, let's go get these keys. Let's get this
Yep.
done.
Let's do it. I have to agree with the cat.
So everybody kind of gathers now in the bottom floor.
Elliot,
Go kill some manticores.
You feeling any better, tall man?
Do I feel any better?
Yeah.
I mean, you physically are fine.
Statistically, yeah, I'm
Um,
good. But
Mentally.
As far as your emotional state, I think you'll have to tell
I just
us.
kind of give you like a half eyes closed, like sharp look towards you, and just like walk towards the door, and I'm gonna open it and look out and see if anybody is out there.
You guys went to bed pretty early last night. So I would say you're getting up now, and it's probably like around 8 a.m. in the morning. It seems pretty quiet in this little back alcove. You can see the big tree of the temple and within the moon garden, kind of on your south side, and the corners of the walls where your door is, kind of spreading out from where you're looking out.
I'm just gonna walk out the door and then disseparate the sanctum. So everybody just
Okay.
plops right there
Boots
at
out.
on the doorway
Oh, nice.
in the real world.
Hey, what the fuck?
Where to first?
Holy hell!
Let's go to the tree.
Was that you or your shit ass place? Told you needed to work on the masonry.
Are we going to
walk-
get this key from the tree?
Let's go get the tree key.
I pop my knuckles like, hey, finally a fight.
I walk up to Elliot and I just say, you know, you're my best friend. And I was so worried when you were down convulsing on the ground. I'm just so happy you're okay. And I just love everything about you. And
I
would
start
never
walking towards the
steal
tree.
I would never steal from you or do anything bad for you.
I just
The
started
rest
walking.
of you guys, the rest of you guys see him just kind of standing there, finishing what he was saying as Elliot just kind of walked right, like Professor Snape style, like walked right by him.
All right.
I wanna,
All right, let's go.
as we're walking, I want to walk up to Bojack. I believe at some point me and you also have unfinished business with a rather crude and what's the word?
Racist?
Racist.
That's well, I wouldn't know that. I didn't get that end of it.
Fair.
rather unhappy elf.
Keys.
Keys.
Timber's
Late night.
just like keys.
You guys see Elliot walking off, like he's
I'm going.
He's like rounding the corner
We're
now.
going
Yeah,
to
no,
get
this was
keys.
as we were following that I come up to him and have this like one-on-one conversation.
And as
I'm
this
not
is
with them in the group. I'm keeping a good distance between myself and them.
Okay.
and as this is happening, I'm just going to use my invocation to cast Alter Self, and it's going to be essentially what I look like, just a little less hunched, a little like maybe like a couple inches shorter, and my facial features just elven instead of drow.
Okay.
Are you still wearing the pig mask?
No,
Oh.
I got it on me though. Keep that
Okay.
thing on me.
Keep that thing on me.
Yeah, does
But
it?
I look to Damian and I just get this wicked smile, and I'm like, yes, no one badmouths my friends and compared threats like that. And I
just-
continue to walk.
Yeah, just kind of give him a nod and keep on walking with him, following Elliot.
You guys make your way kind of a little ways back, and then a little bit further back would be Shetic. And you make your way into the Moon Garden. It is the early hours of the morning still, so not a ton of activity right now in the Moon Garden. You see what looks like an older couple kind of sitting together on a bench overlooking like one of the many ponds that make up the grounds here. But nevertheless, you do see the wooden steps leading up into the opening that goes into the tree and into the Temple of Rilifane Ralathil.
Yeah, going straight in. Seeing if there's anybody in there. Because I want to get down those stairs.
As you guys kind of one by one or two make your way staggered into this temple, you see a few clerics. You don't recognize the one that you saw the day before, but you see most of them are over in the library section to your left side. One is like seated at a desk and he looks like he's transcribing something, but you do see one that's kind of sitting with a woman who's in tears, and he's like kind of consoling her at one of the further back pews from the statue in the center.
'Cause I noticed that I'm just gonna kind of just scoff at it.
Oh, you're just walking back there?
I'm walking, man.
I'm doing it too. I'm coming with you.
I'd say if it's like a kind of like an area where there's like a, I don't know, like, I guess what I'm envisioning is like kind of like a carpet up the middle, like pews, and then like desks or like bookshelves and stuff like on the side, and then there's the statue with like the staircase behind it. Kind of
So
thing.
the bookshelves are kind of on the left side, and it's like a separate. It's not like a walled off room, but it's like another corridor that kind of goes down into like a library area. And then the main chamber is where the pews are, and there's no rug, but there is a stone
Aisle.
floor that like makes an aisle. And then on the edges of where the pews are, there's just kind of narrow space in between where the last of the pew is and the exterior wall.
Okay. So I guess I'd kind of just like take a wide berth around, and then maybe like kind of cut off into like a shaded, like a little darker spot, and just cast invisibility,
Okay.
and then start making my way towards the back of the statue.
Yeah, I'm gonna cat-like sneak under the pews, through the pews, heading towards it.
Okay. How about the rest of you?
I'm walking straight up the middle of the aisle.
I actually believe I would be following Damian.
Okay.
Straight for the goal.
Jesus, you guys.
Timber, make a stealth check, and Elliot with advantage.
With advantage,
No, just Elliot because he's
Oh.
invisible.
I got a 28.
Damn!
Easy.
8.
I forgot you were. Oh, I remembered you were there and forgot the other one was here.
You got an 8 with advantage.
Yeah.
So You guys are all basically able to make your way to the back of the statue. Elliot, in your case, you kind of like scuff your heel on one of the edges of the pews and almost trip. But right as that is happening, Bojack and Damian are just kind of walking right through the middle and drawing the attention of the cleric and the crying woman as they kind of like look up. And they see you guys just kind of proceed and walk up to the statue. This is a public temple. Nothing out of the ordinary about that.
Sweet. I go down the stairs.
You guys make your way kind of separately behind the statue here. You do see a very narrow set of stairs that looks like maybe you could single file get down there.
Yeah, I want to make sure, like, you know, I walked up the aisle like it didn't matter, but as I make my way towards the back and everything, I want to just kind of like double check, make sure no one's watching me as I follow down the stairs.
All right, so we've got Timber, Damian.
I'm gonna take like a beat, and then after Damian leaves, I'll follow down.
Yeah, I think at this point I've walked in and started making my way just through.
I'm gonna wait at the top of the stairs, and when everyone else makes their way in, I'll follow behind.
Okay.
Sweet. Let's do it. Let's kill some cats.
Kill something.
Maybe we're gonna find out.
It'll be us.
Well, first we're gonna fuck around. Yeah, I might kill a cat.
Oh.
So you guys get to Timber. What you would know is getting close to the base of these stairs, and you kind of look back at the party and say, "Okay, we're here."
Yeah, I want to like inform them as much of what I saw, that it was like a jungle area, so that they know what they're getting into, and kind of describe these cat, lion, scorpion things, if I remember that right.
How many did you see?
I saw 2 for sure, but I didn't really get a good look because there's trees and everything, so I don't know if there's more, but I know for sure at least 2. And then I just want to like sneak in and like duck into a bush or behind a tree or something like that.
So you guys can kind of see at the base without like really revealing, like coming to the bottom step. You can see that where the archway opens into like the jungle like area, there's kind of like 2 walls that extend parallel to each other going like directly away from you that are kind of crumbling, but there's some space in between the archway and where those walls start, so you could move like left or right, or you could proceed down in between the walls. And there's bushes kind of covering this entire area, like where the archway opens up. It's kind of very well covered. If you were trying to look for it from the other side.
Then I bust a left and sneaking on in.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Yeah, I want to follow his suit since he's been here before, and I'm right behind him. I'm also going to sneak.
18.
Okay, Damian.
17.
Okay, what about the rest of y'all?
I'm gonna sneak in and just kind of just like sidestep to the right of inside the doorway.
Okay.
I see them sneaking, and I'm certainly going to be trying to just keep my head down as well.
Do you want to go left, right, or up the kind of in the center?
Which way did they go? Which way did you guys go, Timber?
Elliot went right. The other 2 went left.
Well, it's invisible. I can't see him, can I?
Nope.
Then I am going to go right because I saw them go left.
That was my thought as well, is I'll head to the right. Try to be stealthy behind the bush.
All right, so the 3 of you make a stealth check. Obviously, Elliot, yours is with advantage.
18.
23.
13.
13, man. Your advantage stealth checks are ass.
All of my rolls are ass. I'm living with it.
I will say, even with a 13, because this is such a covered area, you guys are able to get in here, and as of now are hidden from sight from anything that may be lurking within. As you see, like a set of bushes, like, you know, maybe 50 feet up on the right, shuffle a little bit.
Yeah, Timber wants to move forward. He wants to try to get a better look, so he's gonna move up. This looks like a wall right here-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So if he can move up just on the other side of that wall, sneaking.
I'm gonna
Little
move
one.
up to this area right here and just kind of try to get a better idea for like what's further on in this room.
Little one, you're more protected than me. You should go ahead of me.
I'm kind of thinking I can't see Elliot, but I'm thinking the same thing. I'd like to try to like move up to just about here. Try to be quiet and take a peek around.
I'm still just following Timber's suit. I mean, he's been here before, so just following after him, sneaking around.
All right. And then Bojack, where did you want to go?
Like around this spot up here,
Okay.
just to like try to peek around into the area.
Bojack, make a perception check, please.
Oh,
I'm
don't
just
tell me
saying-
now.
I'm staying behind Bojack.
I've rolled a 17.
With a
Nice.
17,
bad.
I will say as you approach this area, you don't see through this plant here, but you hear the sound of breathing. Kind of a feline sounding, like it's got almost like the stuttering in the breath, like a not a purr, but like the way that cats kind of breathe.
I whip around. I don't say anything, but I whip around the Shetic and I just do like the finger to the mouth, like shh motion.
What are you doing, Shetic?
I mean, like I said, I'm just staying close behind him, and I mean, he does that, and I just give him a little nod of agreement, like, understood.
Can I move to this other side of the wall to look around this corner here?
Absolutely. Where exactly are you trying to stand?
I want to like stand here and just peek around this wall and not cause initiative.
As you look around the corner here, you see just more jungle floor. There's another kind of wall and like some large bushes. You guys can
Okay.
hear like the sounds of like birds and things in the space here.
I can see this thing in the center though, right? I see it glowing and stuff.
You can see like a light source coming from there. Right now it's kind of behind some walls, so you can just see like this orange light coming up from the center of the room.
Okay.
As I see Timber kind of like peeking around the wall, I'm gonna telepathically say to him, Look at me and nod. Whether it's clear or not, do not respond verbally.
I have no clue if it's clear. I can't really see anything, so I just turn around and go.
I'm gonna
Alright,
cast
then
a
with that-
message. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say with that, I'm gonna move up like right behind him, just kind of like so I have his back.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast message to Timber. Where's this key?
I can respond to this one, right?
Yeah, you basically talk and I'm the only one that can hear it, kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. I just assume it's in the center of this big glowy thing. I don't know what it is, but it looks important. Probably it's where I would hide a key. So
The glowy things are always important. Do I, GM? Do I still hear the hearing, the breathing?
Yeah, it seems like it's dissipated slightly, but you definitely can still hear it.
Is there like a path without ruffling too much of the bushes, like through here, or is it? Since this is a big ass tree, plant thing.
That's a lot of plant life.
BAT.
And you're a dwarf.
It's pretty thick throughout, I would say. In fact, I would go ahead and say you guys' current stealth check is up, and any further movement is going to require another check.
Sweet. That's what I want.
How tall is the wall or like rubble we're hiding in?
They're taller than you, all of you, including Elliot. So I'd say they're 8 feet-ish, 8 to 10.
What do you see, short one? I whisper down to him.
Yeah, no clue you were there.
I kind of like try to be quiet, and I just go, I don't see, I hear breathing.
Now that he's pointed that out, can I hear the breathing at all, or like get a beat on where?
Make
it's
a
coming
perception check with advantage.
From?
Which I guess, Shetic, you should be able to. You already probably heard it, but you'd have heard me whisper that anyway. So
22 perception.
Yeah, but you can't see it, but you definitely hear it. It's on the other side of this big bush in front of you, so you're not exactly sure of the distance, but.
I turn around to Damian, and I just very slightly whisper, "It's all clear. Go ahead."
I'm gonna give him a motion to like wait, and I'm going to like stealthily try and make my way up the wall where I can just peek my head over it and see what's on the other side.
Make a stealth check.
Oh yikes! 10.
Great. With a 10,
oh no.
as you poke your head up over this wall, you see just on the other side, kind of crouched low in between the wall that you're peeking over and a wall just behind it,
Oh!
a manticore.
When Timber hears him do a terrible stealth, Timber's gonna just like bolt his way away from him.
You're bolting.
Okay, a lot of things are happening right now. You were perceived with a natural 20. And since that preceded what you just said, everybody needs to roll initiative.
All right, we're doing it. I'm just gonna sit here and watch y'all.
I'm feeling 22.
Elliot's gonna go with shit.
I got a 26.
Noise.
I'm ready to kill.
Okay, Elliot.
18.
Bojack was 26.
Yes, sir.
Timber.
22.
Damian.
15.
Shetic.
17.
Sheesh. Good initiative rolls, guys.
I know, right?
All right, let's do these, folks. Folk.
Folk. Just the one.
It's
Or
just
two.
one.
Or so.
Damian, when you come back down from the wall, you look at Timber and he's just like, for that awesome stealth check.
All right, and as you peek your head over the wall, you like kind of do the thing, and you see the two big eyes inside of this winged lion with a scorpion, flailed scorpion tail, just staring right at you. And as soon as it sees you, it just lets out this roar, and you can hear a similar roar coming from somewhere else in the cavern. Bojack, you hear this roaring. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna roll back at it, and I'm gonna just enter a rage and scream. I need
That's my guy.
There's a button. I want to use the button because it does things now, which is different. And then with that, can I technically I have an ability called Instinctive Pounce. I can move half my movement speed when I rage for the first time.
Okay.
It's 20 feet. Can I just move right up, just about in here?
Right here, or you want
Yeah.
one more?
Well, I'd like to do one more, but I also don't want to cheat
yeah,
the system
as
if I
you-
got to go corners.
No, you're good. As you break the wall, break between these two walls here, you can now see one of these creatures to your left here.
Oh, I've spotted the bastard, and I still got 40 feet of movement. I charged the damn thing.
Okay.
Nice.
Come here, I'll turn you into a knapsack.
All right, yeah, and as you kind of starts to turn towards you as you're running up.
I'm gonna take a reckless attack. Make sure I'm using my shit right. Yep, I'm using my reckless attack for advantage, and I'm swinging my great axe at it.
Let's
All right,
go.
roll to hit.
Schmack.
That probably hit. Do I get a crit? Nope. 26 to hit.
26 hits. Absolutely.
I rolled absolute garbage. 12. I got it. Hold on, I gotta actually add up all my damn. I only rolled a 1, but I got plus 13 to my damage.
Mhm.
So I ended up being 13 damage total.
All right.
And then second attack. And this one I'm going to try to use my brutal strike on, so I'm foregoing the advantage to just roll straight.
Okay.
And then I got 27.
27 hits, yeah.
So then I'll do this. It's 11.
You guys see this just
And
red-headed
then I-
dwarf swinging this great axe at this giant winged lion.
And with my brutal strike, I get to add a d10 of additional slashing damage. So I actually end up doing 24 on that hit.
Got it.
Ooh.
I don't see anything
Nice.
from Rat. I just hear Bojack screaming and just flapping.
Yeah, and you're able to take a solid swipe through its chest, and you open up a deep gash, and it starts dripping blood down its forearms and paws and onto the ground below it.
I'm peeking over the wall,
Oof.
and ever since I've met its gaze, I'm just grinning, and then now it's even almost a terrible smile since Bojack ran up and just started attacking this thing.
And I forgot, when I enter rage, I get 9 temporary HP. All right, that'll be my turn.
All right, Timber.
I want to.
Hear the sounds of Bojacking the Manticore.
Yeah, for sure. So I want to climb up onto the wall that I'm right next to. However many feet you want to deduct from that.
That'd be 20 feet of movement.
And then that'll be 20 feet of movement.
Yeah, it's around a 10-foot high wall, and climbing speed is usually twice your regular movement speed, unless you have some feature that allows you to. You may, as a tabaxi, I'm not sure.
I actually think you do have a climb speed. Or at least you used to. Oh, he died. What happened?
He ain't got no fucking speed.
That's not. Oh my god, it's great.
Back.
You back?
Did I just drop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back.
Oh. Well, I'm glad everything that I said was heard loudly and clearly.
Dude, it was fucking sick. You actually killed everything in a,
Oh, sweet.
in a mile block.
Okay, so I just climb up there, and then I'm just going to shoot this thing with a bow real quick, like.
All right. Yeah, and with the height, you'll won't be at disadvantage or anything.
Sweet. So that's going to 19.
19 hits.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
And that is going to be 6.
Got it.
Nice.
Was that sneak attack damage as well?
Oh no, I was sneaking, wasn't I?
Well, he has a.
I'm
somebody-
there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's another 5. So 11 total.
11 total. Got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's starting to look pretty rough.
Yeah, so I'm going to shoot him again with my second attack, which is going to be a 28.
28 hits.
Holy crap!
And that's
I
gonna
was
be 12.
Nice.
12 damage. Got it. Yeah, this thing is bleeding heavily now, and every time you guys have struck it, it's just let out this crazy roar. And it's weird because it has an almost humanoid face, but the sound that's coming out of it is lion-like.
And then I just want to use the rest of my movement just to like jump off this wall back where I was and bonus action hide.
You got it.
Ooh, I did a nat 1, so I probably just fell.
Well, that's just for your stealth check. So, I mean, it's not a
Yeah.
tall wall. And as a cat, I think you can easily jump down from there. But as far as how discreet you were, you're not feeling very confident.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
Elliot.
it was a 13 total for that stuff.
Gotcha.
Go ahead.
Elliot.
all right.
You've
Um,
watched an angry red-headed dwarf go sprinting through the bushes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some movement to get up to where I can see him.
Okay.
So it's like, where was I? Right here? 5, 10, 15, 20. This is the only enemy that I can see, right?
Correct.
Right now.
But I'll say you two, you heard multiple like roars from different places.
I am going to, while I'm invisible, I want to try to get closer to like the center, maybe not particularly like crossing this water. How far is this water? Like, is that about like, I guess that's not my question because I can measure that. Is this like raised up or anything? Like, what does the center look like now that I can like see?
It looks like these are like very short like steps. The bottom one like kind of meets right at the level of the water.
Gotcha.
Not like true steps, but more like a decorative edge on this platform.
I think I want to use my full movement, which is 30, to get like up to the edge of the water here.
Okay.
And then I want to I want to take a good look around to see if I can see anything other than like this like barrier or whatever this is like visible.
Yeah. There's some sort of magical like orange energy that is it's got multiple layers. You can see like a large outer layer, and then there's the you can even perceive beyond that there's like another secondary inner layer to it.
Can I see anything inside of the barriers, like in the center?
No, the energy is kind of in such a way that if the outer ring drops and comes back, the inner ring is blocking your vision, and vice versa.
Okay, then I would like to just like take a good look around this room from this point where I'm at and see if there's any other kind of like magics or technologies in this area that could be connected to the center thing.
Make an investigation check.
19.
19. I mean, you look around, you see this, platform in the middle of this kind of pond, if you will. You see a lot more of the same, to be honest, as well. You see, a lot of overgrown kind of bushes and plant life. You see crumbling walls that kind of surround this area. But beyond that, there's not much to see here.
Okay, and then I'll take a look towards these guys over here. That's it.
Okay. Alrighty. Shetic.
All right, so you said I heard that there's like a second one somewhere. I just don't know exactly where.
Right.
Would I have been able to tell what direction it's from? Because I know he ran this way. But
The second one, if you're facing like north right now, it sounded like it was to your like northeast.
I'm not much of a go face something myself guy. So I'm gonna walk up here, about right here, where I can just
5,
see
10,
them.
15, 20, 25.
And I got a sight on this guy.
You do.
He's looking pretty bad.
Kill him.
Yep. Yeah, you can see from here even like he's got deep axe wounds. He's got a couple arrows sticking out of him, and there's a lot of blood on the ground,
I'm
kind
gonna
of seeping into the dirt and like mossy floor of this jungle-like space.
I think we're gonna do a witch bolt at a 2nd level.
Okay.
24 to hit.
24 will hit.
Nice.
And that's me 21 points of lightning damage.
Yeah. And as you guys watch this like streak of lightning, and you hear this loud crack as it streaks through the air and just right into one of the large gouges that Bojack had carved into, seems to make its direct impact, and the creature lets out this like terrible death roar as it falls to the ground, unmoving.
Man, these guys are weak. Weak selves.
What else, Shetic?
What was that? That was 25 feet of movement to get there.
Yes.
I know there's something in this general direction, so I'm going to take another 5 feet of movement to move closer to Bojack. And,
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Damian.
So I'm still like hanging off the wall, right? Like I'm still just peeking over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so with that, I guess I would want to like get myself up on the wall the rest of the way. And I just want to look around and see if I can see from this vantage point where that second roar came from.
And you can. From on top of this 10-foot wall, you see a second manicore here, and deep in the back, you can see a third.
Okay, so seeing the second one closest to us, I just want to like run across the wall towards it as quick as I can, or as far as I can get, and like drawing my sword. I'm going after it.
To this one?
Yeah.
Okay,
I have a
so
movement speed of 35, and I have spider climbing. So being that I was hanging, I don't know how much it'll take for me to like get up on top. But
I think with spider climb, you're good. So
I
5,
should be able
10,
to, like,
15. With the jump, you'd be at 25, 30.
okay.
And you had 35.
Yeah, so that's probably as far as I can get it.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you are there. It's hard to do with the elevation, but you can see one that's right here. So there's 5, 10, 15, 25 feet between you and it.
Okay. That's all I'm doing. I'm just making my way towards that one.
All right. That is going to bring up this one's turn. It is going to actually let me do something real quick. Okay. It is going to. It's gonna do this. It's gonna go. And it's gonna fly through the air, and you guys hear these towards the direction of its fallen kin, and it's going to make a multi-attack on you, Bojack.
I'm a dwarf of my word. I used reckless attack.
First, it's gonna go with its claws, and that is going to be a 15 to hit.
You have advantage on all your rolls against me.
Oh, that's good to know. So that's going to be a 16 to hit.
Misses. Barely.
All right. So you kind of like hear it coming, and as it lands, it's like taking the swipe, and you're able to dodge out of the way. But secondly, it's going to go for a bite against you. That is a 17 to hit. I'm rolling consecutive numbers here.
That'll hit.
All right. So he's going to hit with the bite. That will be just 7 points of piercing damage on a bite. So half for you would be 4.
Thumbs up.
And then lastly, it's going to swing with its tail at you. I'm sorry, it actually raises its tail up, and you see this like flailed scorpion-looking tail, and it shoots out one of the spikes at you. That is going to be a 26 to hit.
That'll hit, yep.
Ooh, all the dice wanted to roll well on this one. So that is 16 points piercing, so 8 for you. So it flies down, swipes at you, misses with that, but is able to get like a chunk out of you with its mouth, and then shoots a spike out of its tail at you. That's going to end its turn. The second one here is going to fly. Let's see. He's got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. He has fly speed of 50.
That's scary looking.
Yeah.
Even though the
You
one's
got it.
dead, it's like
You got it.
Hey, come at me, you giant!
And it's going to make
tiger.
a multi-attack against you as well. First with the claw. That is a natural 20.
Damn.
All right, so with the natural 20, the first attack is going to be with his claws. That's going to be 15 points of piercing damage, so half to 8 for you.
okay, not bad.
And then he's going to take a bite attack at you, Bojack. That is cocked. That is a natural 1. So he misses with the bite, kind of like hits his tooth on the corner of the wall there, but then is going to shoot with the tail spike as well. That's another natural 20.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
So
Well, at
that's
least-
2 natty 20s on that.
At least
attack
it's
alone.
me. I'll take
Um,
it, 'tis but a scratch.
All right, so the first one, or I'm sorry, it's just
Yeah, I'll
one.
take that too. Better you.
It's halved for you. It'll end up being 11 piercing damage, so it's 22.
Dang that smarts.
And Bojack, you can kind of see this orange light glowing up from this body of the water in the center of this jungle space here in the basement of the temple of Rilifane Ralathil. You've got one dead manicore at your feet that you slashed apart with your great axe. Another 2 taking steady attacks with their claws, bites, and spiked tails shooting at you. You kind of look up and think, I hope this key is worth it. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode. We'll pick up this fight next time.
Dude, Bojack, how you looking? Pretty good, or?
I'm actually not that bad. No.
Okay, nice.
Oh, nice.
The half damage is definitely sick.
I'm the head out of here.
I'm resistant to everything.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, guys. That's going to conclude tonight's episode of The Black Hand of Fate. Be sure to drop us a follow on socials, on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Check out that community Discord server, and we will see you next time on Side21. Have a great night. Thanks.